What's going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL and breaking news. Jay Cutler is back in the NFL. Yes, that's right. Jay Cutler has signed with the Miami Dolphins for a reported 1 year and $10 million deal. I'll break down the actual $10 million and whether or not it's guaranteed or not. But with that being said, we had expected this because of Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, and his familiarity with Jay Cutler back when they were together in Chicago in 2015, in which Jay had his best, probably most efficient season of his career. And this deal was in the makings as soon as Ryan Tannehill got hurt, and he's going to be out for reportedly a very long time, getting probably surgery on that partially torn ACL, which he should have gotten last season when the injury actually happened, but we won't get into all that. Let's just first talk about the Jay Cutler signing and what this means for the Miami Dolphins. So now the signing is basically official, and when the reports first broke out about Jay Cutler possibly signing with the Dolphins, I had made a video about that. You guys can go check out that video. It is in my channel. I'll try to post a link in the description as well. But if you look back at that, the biggest thing I said was I did not have a problem with Adam Gase going after Jay Cutler because of that familiarity that he has with Jay, okay? And he's not the worst option in the world, Jay Cutler. I'm not a fan of him at all, and I watched him play a lot in Chicago. I'm a Bears fan, so I know everything about Jay Cutler, and I don't want him back in Chicago, so thank God he's not with us anymore. But was not the worst fit for the Dolphins because of, like I said, that connection he has with Adam Gase. But the key for me was the money. How much money were the Dolphins going to throw at Jay Cutler? Because it was reported he wanted starter level money and he would not sign with the Dolphins if he did not get it. Well, it turns out he did get starter level money. It was a 1 year, $10 million deal. But when I looked more into the deal, it was actually more complicated than that. It's actually a 1 year, $5 million base. I believe that is guaranteed. And then $5 million extra in terms of non-guaranteed money, and then $3 million in incentives, okay? So really it's a 1 year, $5 million deal, which isn't too bad, but like I said, I didn't want the Dolphins to sign Jay Cutler for anything more than the minimum, but I guess for a guy to get him out of retirement, you got to entice him somehow. Here's the issue with me and Jay Cutler, okay? And it's been the issue for the past whatever, how many seasons, I think 3, 4, 5. He's been in Chicago forever, okay? But my biggest issue with Jay Cutler was that he gets the same type of excuse every season. Oh, he's got all the arm talent in the world. Oh, he's got all the tools to succeed. Oh, he's got all this. Well, it turns out it doesn't matter if he's got all that. He never succeeds. They didn't make the playoffs for however many seasons. His last 4 seasons in Chicago was a total failure. They were well below 500. They just weren't good. He would consistently get hurt. And this is a guy who, no matter how many skills you have on the football field, is he willing to dedicate himself to study the film? Is he willing to keep himself in the best shape possible? Is he in love with the process? And that's the thing with Jay Cutler. He's just not that passionate about football. He's good at football, but he's not passionate about football. And that's the problem with becoming a leader of a football team. And as the quarterback, when you are the default leader, it's hard to do that when you're not passionate about it. And so here's the thing with Jay Cutler. They have talent in Miami, okay? I talked about this. They have Jay, who had a great year last year. He had a couple 200-yard games. They got Jarvis Landry, who's one of the best receivers in the NFL, one of the most underrated receivers, excuse me. They got Kenny Stills, nice deep threat there. They got Devontae Parker, nice emerging receiver. The talent is there in Miami. They even have Julius Thomas at tight end. But Jay Cutler has had talent in Chicago, okay? I remember 1 year they had Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey, Matt Forte, and Martellus Bennett, and they were regarded as probably the best skill player positions of a combination of a 4-some, 5-some in the NFL, okay? And Jay Cutler couldn't get that team to succeed. So if you couldn't succeed with that team and that roster around you, what makes you think he's going to do it with this team, okay? Like I said, they'll be decent. It's not the worst option, but Jay Cutler is not changing life in Miami. So for Dolphin fans, I'm sorry if you guys think Jay Cutler is going to change life for this team. He really isn't. They're probably going to be hovering around whatever, like 7 to 9 wins around there. Depends on if Cutler stays healthy, which is another big question mark for me. So with that being said, I am just not a big proponent of this making much of a difference for the Dolphins, okay? I do think Ryan Tannehill is a little bit better than Jay Cutler just because I feel like all those intangibles that Jay Cutler does not have, if another quarterback has it, I'm probably going to lean with him more, even though Ryan Tannehill, you can argue, does not have the talent of Jay Cutler. But again, does that really matter? So to me, that's the bottom line here. Doesn't really make much of a difference for me. I still would not have the Dolphins making the playoffs. Let's see what happens. I do think they will approach a very run-heavy game, and they better, okay? They better use the run more than they use the pass, because if they use the pass, it's bad news for Adam Gase and company. Let's see what happens. Like I said, decent signing, I guess, but it doesn't really make a difference for me. Not too much impact, especially for this division. The Patriots get to play Jay Cutler 2 times this season. They're probably happy about that. But with that being said, I'm out of here. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.